Come bake with me. This is Let Us Eat. I'm Suzanne Ridgeway. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make homemade sweet potato muffins with cinnamon and cinnamon French toast with items I have on hand in my pantry and my fridge to get rid of things that I have an abundance of and not waste. We're going to make a dozen muffins, and we're going to make about 8 pieces of French toast for my kids to have breakfast for dinner tonight. If you are new here, thank you so much for dropping by and checking me out. Thank you to everyone who supports me every day. Don't forget, when we get to 700, we're going to be giving away those 2 $10 Dollar Tree gift cards. All that information is in my description box down below. My subscribe guy just popped up. He's asking everybody to go ahead and smash that like button. He's also directing you to smash on the subscribe bar down below. Don't forget to tap on that bell. Let's get baking. Let's go ahead and preheat the oven to 350 degrees because we're going to bake some yummy muffins and French toast with things I already have on hand in my house. We're going to make a delicious sweet potato cinnamon muffins with my Bisquick and things I have on hand. And I'm going to show you how easy it is. If, for instance, you're out of eggs, you can use applesauce or a banana instead of the eggs, so you don't have to run out to the store. Start by opening the can of the sweet potatoes. I searched on Pinterest last night for an easy recipe. I'm going to make them the same way that I make my other muffins with the Bisquick. And I'm going to drain its juices. I went ahead and drained. I'm going to dump it right into the bowl. I'm going to take my fork here. Just mash them up quickly. I'm going to take my banana that is ripened, add it to the bowl, and mash that banana. I'll add a cup of brown sugar, cup of white sugar, and about a cup and a half of Bisquick. Let's go ahead and mix that up. Then we're going to add in a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm also going to go ahead and add 1 egg because of the 1 banana. Make sure there's enough so the muffins stick when they bake. I keep my sugar in my coffee containers because it holds a lot. 1 cup of the white sugar. One cup of the loosely packed brown sugar. If your brown sugar gets hard, put a big marshmallow in it, and it'll keep it from soliding up in your container and will last a lot longer. I'll eyeball in a cup and a half. Of the Bisquick. I'll eyeball in a couple teaspoons of cinnamon, about 3. And I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of nutmeg. I'm going to grab my milk. I'm going to fold in 1/4 cup. Pouring in a little bit at a time. Using your fork. Just mix everything around. I always hold on to an edge of the bowl so the bowl doesn't get away from you. And you'll see it turn into a batter form. And you want to mix all those dry ingredients in with the wet. my food pantry haul gave me sweet potatoes, and I've always wanted to try sweet potato muffins. And why not make them homemade and add a banana to it to make them healthy? And I don't like to overpower it with too much cinnamon. And I'm not going to need any more milk, so that is a tablespoon of milk I put in, not a quarter of a cup. Grab your muffin liners for the muffin tins. Then I'm going to fill out all 12 cups. Filling out all of the muffin tins with 12 liners. Be careful, don't let the mixture get away with you. Get it right on in there, filling it about halfway. I'm going to continue on, then I'll put these onto a cookie sheet for stability and into the oven. Let's finish these up. I'm going to be very careful because the liner got away from me and it ended up inside the muffin tin. And I prefer to use the liners because they're easier to get out of the muffin pan and makes less of a mess. I buy my liners and my muffin pans at the Dollar Tree. They usually carry them all year round in most of the dollar stores. And I snuck a taste of the batter. It is delicious. I have my cookie sheet. And I'll be able to put it in and out of the oven with ease. The oven is now preheated. I'm going to put these in for 25 minutes. And then I'll check them and add on more time if needed. Directly in the center of the rack. On to the next thing. I'm going to be making some French toast with this day-old bread. I have my eggs. From my food pantry haul is gifted eggs. Plus I have eggs I want to use up. And I'll pick up some fresh eggs over the weekend for Sunday. I'm going to be adding 8 eggs into this bowl to make a French toast. Into this batter, I will add vanilla, about a tablespoon, and a couple teaspoons of cinnamon. Because I'm going to make cinnamon French toast. I'm going to be doing them on my cookie sheet, so I'm going to get some parchment paper. And I picked my parchment paper up at the Dollar Tree. If you're new, you'll be hearing Dollar Tree quite a bit. I'm going to sprinkle some water down on my cookie sheet. It'll keep the parchment paper from rolling up just a little bit. Now the bread that we were gifted from the food pantry was old, but I still want to use it. And we're going to make French toast. A tablespoon of oil, a tablespoon of vanilla, eyeball it in. About a tablespoon of cinnamon. And you're going to beat it, mixing the spices with the eggs. Now that it's completely beaten, I'm going to take bread, dunk it in, and lay it on the sheet here. If you wanted to, once you're done dunking your bread and lay it on the sheet, if you have confectioner sugar, you can lay that. Confectioner sugar on the French toast. I don't have any confectioner sugar, and I don't think Jaclyn would like that too much, so we're going to omit that step. Make sure they're evenly distributed in the egg wash. And when the muffins are done, I'm going to pop these in. My kids are going to have breakfast for dinner tonight. I have some bacon that I'm going to take out for them too. That's from the Dollar Tree and it's delicious. This cookie sheet is going to hold 6 slices of French toast. If you wanted to go one step further, you can slice them thin all the way across and make French toast sticks. I have some egg wash left, so I'm going to add a slice of bread on a couple more pieces. I have some egg wash left and I want to use it all. So I'm going to just lay it on top. Just like that. It's going to be going into the oven and it will bake evenly all the way through. And you can just pour the extra egg wash on the French toast. Here's what the French toast looks like, and when the muffins are done, it's going to go into the oven for about 25 minutes until they're toasted all the way through and they smell done. In that same preheated 350 degree oven. It's always good to chill your French toast before you put it in the oven. So I'm going to let that sit in there for about 10-15 minutes or so before I pop it in. Let's go ahead and check on the muffins. There's about 11 minutes left. And they're looking awesome and smell absolutely amazing. You will hear my husband in the background. He works from home. Those of you that are new, we're checking on the muffins. I'm going to grab a fork. The utensil drawer is right next. I'm going to give them about 5 more minutes. Even though nothing came up on the fork, I don't trust it, and I want them to be completely done on the inside. I'm going to take out the muffins, and we're going to test them. They smell so good. I had to put my fork down so I could free up my hand. I'll show you what they look like in a moment. I want you to see that they're done. They are done. Here's what they look like. oven, I'm going to place my French toast. They had 11 minutes in the fridge, directly in the center of the rack, and we're going to time it for 20. There's about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the French toast. We're going to take a peek. Looking good. I'm going to let it finish out. It smells amazing in here. Here are the sweet potato muffins on a plate. I removed them from the muffin tins. Go ahead and take out the French toast. It's done. And I'm going to let it sit and cool. Here's what the French toast looks like. It's all nice and toasted and smells absolutely delicious. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching me all the way to the end. And don't forget about the $10 Dollar Tree gift card giveaway. As always, that information is in my description box down below. I really appreciate each and every one of you. How easy it was to make a dozen muffins with things that you have on hand and the French toast. And if you don't have a lot of eggs but want to make the French toast and make muffins, you can use a banana or you can use applesauce as a substitute. That is easy. With some tips and tricks with parchment paper and using cookie sheets to put things into your hot oven for more stability. My subscribe guy just popped up. He's asking everybody to go ahead and smash that like button. He's also directing you to smash on that subscribe word down below. Don't forget to tap on that bell.